When Jesus Christ tells his disciple about his second coming after his death, Jesus Christ begins to say that his followers will suffer many hardships until his second coming. The people who follow him will have to submit themselves to many suffering and walk the path of the cross with him. All people who believe in my name must expect this. This is what Jesus Christ says to the disciple. Just as Jesus said, Jesus Christ was crucified and killed. These historical facts are borne out by the first century Christian church. After the death of Jesus Christ, Christians who followed the power of Jesus and his truth. In front of all the people, they healed disease and performed many miracles. They preached their gospel, saying that Jesus is the true God. The people who preached this gospel not only accepted Jesus, but they also began to preach Jesus. So what are the priests and religious teachers of other religions thinking? If all the people were to say that Jesus is God, our religion our falter, and its temple would be destroyed. They had already predicted to destroy the Christians' religions. Those religious teachers and the leaders of the kingdom have all gathered their force together. The fire of persecution is being lit against the Christian. As we think as Christians today preach Jesus Christ the innocent, Christians did not preach Jesus with all the privileges. Their possessions are taken, they are thrown out of their homes. They endure suffering, fighting, humiliation, beatings, imprisonment, everything. Many Christians die as martyrs for Jesus. In this, not only those who preach Jesus, Christian slaves, rich, poor, educated, uneducated, everyone was killed. They were killed mercilessly without any distinction. During the time when the man of God, who could be called Paul, died as a martyr, these tribulations were sometimes greater and sometimes less. This has been going on against Christians for centuries. What funny about this? Christians are the most terrible criminals. Whatever happens due to natural disasters, famines, epidemics, earthquakes act. Christians are the reason for it, even if they given the reason. Christians are the victims. When faced with the hatred and suspicion of many people, many informants are ready to expose innocent Christians for profit. What other sacrifices are being made for them? They are making many sacrifices for those who rebel against the kingdom, those who are enemies of religion, those who are the pets of society. Many Christians were deified as living food for animals. Some were crucified, others were burned at the stake. Many were tied to the back of wild animals and thrown into the fields to be torn apart by dogs. All these punishments are carried out for entertainment for people to gather and watch. The pain of death is like a death cry. The people gather to rejoice with laughter and applause. Fearing this, the Christians flee, and wherever they seek refuge, they are hunted by wild animals. They are told not to deny Jesus under any circumstances. They hate their lives and suffer as much as they can bear. They are being stoned and beaten with sticks. Fearing this, they lie with goats warped around their shoulders and endure many hardships. The world is not a farewell to them. They are scattered in deserts, mountains, caves, and cracks in the earth. They live outside Rome at the foot of the hills, digging long tunnels through the soil and rocks. That tunnel stretched for many miles. That's where Christians bury their dead. Life with those first century Christians was like this. It was hell even while they were alive. If they had thought about it, the crowd have rejected Jesus and lived happily like other people. But they didn't want to. They destroyed when the Savior rose. That is the second coming of Jesus. At that time, those men of God who died as martyrs for Christian decides to the rise of Jesus. We will see how they lived that cruel life in part 2. Thank you.